thank you all, especially to Jess and Nick, for arranging this lovely day. And I think you all agree with me, it just looks absolutely fabulous in here today.
Absolutely.
And to also everyone that's helped them put today together, especially Kirsten, who's done a fantastic job helping them with all the decorations and also the cake, which we're all going to try later on. And I would also like to thank all those who've travelled a long way to be here today, especially to Aunt Jenny. Where's Aunt Jenny? Where have you come from, Aunt Jenny?
South Africa.
South Africa. I don't know if anyone can beat that, can they? But I think we also have somebody here from America. California. Well done, thank you very much for making that trip. And I think we have someone from France, is that right? Spain? Someone from Spain? Thank you for coming. And also someone from Scotland. Born in Scotland.
I would like to start off by saying thank you very much for a lovely ceremony it was today. Fantastic meal. I think everyone will agree we've had a great day so far. There's still lots more fun to come. Not so much for Nick for the next few minutes.
West Bay, you need to keep the wine away for this bit, because I'll do my best not to blub. We all know what I'm like.
As father of the bride, it falls on me to say a few words about Jess and Nick, and to warm you up for some of the acts that follow. I must admit to being rather nervous. I don't actually have much opportunity to do much speaking. Living in a house full of women for the last 30 years, I've hardly been able to get a word in edgeways. However, now is my opportunity to make up for all that lost time. Also, if I make a complete hash of it today, it doesn't really matter because I've got a bit more time to prepare for the next wedding at the end of July. Martin and Becky, who are the next daughter to get married. So hopefully I can put things straight by then. By the time we get around to Lucy, hopefully I'll be perfect.
It was a very proud moment today to see Nick and Jess getting married. I've known Nick for over 15 years, so I'm equally surprised that Jess actually went through with it. This speech was only written last night because I was convinced that I wouldn't need to be doing this and you would see sense. Whilst you're still talking to me, Jess, can I say how beautiful you and the bridesmaids ordered today? And as I say again, what a lovely ceremony it was. So thank you for all your efforts and hard work.
A few other thank yous to make to all of our parents, firstly, and like I said, to Jess's whole family for making me so welcome. I'm incredibly lucky to be joining such a beautiful family. I've got some flowers for our mums, hopefully over there. Thank you very much. I'll take this around this side. Mums for you.
Thank you, mate.
And Kirsten. I've got to say thank you to my mum and dad for everything they've done for me over the years. They're amazing. I love you both very much. We're only a very small family, and so we're all incredibly happy and lucky to have Jess in our lives. I know my mum and dad couldn't wish for a better daughter-in-law, and are incredibly proud of me to have found her.
Right, so let's get started. So we have been blessed with three wonderful daughters, Jess, Becky and Lucy, and Kirsten has been an amazing mother to our three daughters. Thank you so much for raising them.
You did a good job.
The first of these three daughters was Jess, and time seems to pass so very quickly. It only really seems like yesterday that Kirsten and I held Jessica as a little bundle in our arms, and we didn't quite believe that we created such a beautiful baby. I remember, Kirsten will remember this as well, that the midwife actually brought Jessica out of the hospital, Chatham maternity ward, and brought her out to our waiting car and handed over the little bundle to us, and the responsibility passed from the hospital to us. And then we drove off to start a completely new life with our new baby daughter. It was such a overwhelming and wonderful time for us both. And here we are today. She's a beautiful, clever, caring young lady setting out on her new life with her husband, an exciting venture together.
I'm going to take a drink now. I know it's a bit early, but I need it for this next bit. Nick, I suggest you join me. It is a great honour to have been asked by Nick to be your best man today. Thank you very much indeed. Although I'm a little bit surprised that you have asked me to do this again. The first time it didn't go exactly. The speech or the marriage. Stayed at Nick's with Nick and Michael last night to help Nick get dressed this morning. Being the good friend that he is, he did notice that I was a bit nervous. He took me aside to help calm me. He said that if I do a good job and if I go easy on him in this speech, I could be the best man at his next wedding too. For those on the bride's side who are just getting to know Nick, that was a joke. My speech was actually really good the first time round.
Okay, so when a colleague asked me whether I planned to make a speech, initially I thought, oh, no, maybe not. But then I thought, what the hell, I'm known for being a bit of a loudmouth. I should probably give people what they came here for. Well, I just want to start by saying, it's all okay. The day we thought would never arrive has finally arrived. Yes, that's right, we never have to spell the name Hanrahan ever again! I know that's as much a relief to you all as it is to me.
None taken.
I was about to say, sorry Dad.
Jess, I just wanted to say that you've turned into a beautiful young lady, and you look absolutely amazing in your wedding dress today. We are all so immensely proud of you. Also her sisters, Becky and Lucy, you look absolutely gorgeous as bridesmaids, and I'm so proud of you too. And as I said, Jessica is the first of 3 daughters, and it seems that I've been destined all my life to be surrounded by women. So I have 3 daughters of my own and 2 stepdaughters. As the eldest daughter, Jess took on the responsibility to guide and instruct her younger sisters very seriously. And for that matter, anybody else that she thought needed her help. This started when Jessica was small, but when Becky was first born, and she assisted her mum in looking after Becky, holding her, helping her change nappies, and generally being very attentive to her every needs. This then progressed on to toddlers in playtime, where she used to play in the Wenger house in the back garden, and used to play in the little play cooker they used to play with, and also dressing up in dressing up clothes, or in the local swimming pool where Jessica had a real talent as a natural swimmer. Jess has always been very keen that her sisters and friends are instructed in the right way to do things. It should not have been a surprise then that when Jess progressed on to further education, that she would choose a law degree. However, I do remember that when she came to us and said to us that she planned to take a law degree, that she must be mad to take on such a difficult course for 3 years. However, I needn't have been worried because Jess does possess a steely determination to succeed and works so very, very hard to pass her degree with flying colours. Standing beside her at her graduation made us so proud.
I'm not really one for broadcasting my feelings in public. I tend to be fairly private. I do talk a lot, but not about my feelings. But if there's one day I can be soppy, it's today. So excuse me for a minute. The best thing that ever happened to me was meeting you, Jess. I don't deserve you, but I'm never going to let you go. You look so beautiful today. Seeing you walk down the aisle was amazing. And I might have kissed her a little bit too early. I don't know if that...
No, I'm void.
I think the registrar went without saying anything, so I think we're all good. I love you. I told you it was going to be soppy. I love you like Romeo loves Juliet, like Mickey loves Minnie, like bees love honey, like stars love hydrogen, like fat kids love cake, and like David Attenborough likes to whisper. But I'm so lucky to have met you. I wouldn't have wanted to. I wouldn't want to imagine any other life than the one we got planned together. Sorry, I've got my back to you all, but my bride is over here.
Just a couple of cards from people who unfortunately weren't able to make it today. Nick, there's one for you here. I'll open it and read it for you because you may not read it, you see. Dear Nick, thanks for the weekends, lazing by the pool. I do hope you've made the right choice. Lots of love, Michael Barrymore.
Oh, I remember that.
This one for you, Jess, don't worry. It's a slightly lighter note. Dear Jess, it was nice while it lasted, but I guess we will have to call it a day now you're married. Love from Mr. G. Butler. I presume that's Gerald.
Oh, yeah.
It's not nice of him to write.
So I think it's safe to say that I'm still rather in shock that I'm the one standing here in the rather large white dress and stood next to the most gorgeous man on the planet. Sorry, boys. You can't have him. He's mine. and the ladies, of course.
It seemed for a while that the only thing missing from Jess's life was finding the right person to share it with. There have been, if you don't mind me saying, Jess, a few false starts online. But then, out of the blue, along came Nick. Well, I say out of the blue, but these days, the modern ways to find your ideal partner is, of course, online. Plenty more fish, eHarmony, Match.com, and many, many more websites allow you to make up your own identity, upload photoshopped pictures of yourself, and make ridiculous requests for your ideal match. So I guess tall, handsome, intelligent, wealthy, with their own teeth must rate it as top request. Somehow, whatever information both Jess and Nick put online, they matched up, and I assume that further online communication took place before an initial liaison.
And we nearly never even met. Julian mentioned online dating. I can remember the moment that Jess entered my life. I was walking down the road in Harrow, walking into an Iceland supermarket, and I noticed that someone had looked at my online dating profile. I read her profile, liked it so much I messaged her, and she turned out to be Jess. What that does mean is that she looked at my profile and didn't message me. So let's let that settle in for a minute. Goodness I messaged her or we wouldn't be here now. But like I always say, and this is probably getting into know-it-all territory already, but the butterfly effect is a real thing. Maybe the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil won't really set off a tornado in Texas, but if any one thing in our lives played out just slightly differently, we probably wouldn't have met. If I'd have taken a different job, or if Jess had decided to go off travelling, or if I hadn't messaged her after she'd so cruelly passed me by. Chances are, if it wasn't for all of that, everything we've done, everything we've been through, then none of us would be here right now celebrating this marriage. I always knew I was looking for Jess, I just didn't know her name or where she was. But here you are.
I always knew that I wanted to be married and to have a family, but I never could have imagined that I would be with someone as amazing as Nick. You really are my best friend, and you understand me on every level, which is saying something. Our first date was as much proof as any as to how perfect we are for each other. After a couple of weeks of chatting online, eventually, Nick decided that he was so confident we were going to hit it off that I had to book a whole day off work to go and meet him in London. And I was shocked really that he was so confident that we were going to, you know, get on,
Whatever way they met, you can see straight away from the first time that we met Nick that they were made for each other. You only need to see them together, and I'm sure you'll agree, seeing them today, that they are very much in love together. We felt at ease with Nick straight away. He's a real gentleman, one of those dying breeds. Always polite, well spoken, kind and caring, a genuinely lovely man, and a real credit to himself and to his parents, Mike and Trish.
If I could give you one piece of advice about Nick today, it would be never let him date a member of your family. It is a shame that I didn't get to know you before today, and maybe you could have saved Jess from making this huge mistake that she's made today. Clearly,
Another attribute that we were immediately struck by was Nick's ability to discuss at great length and with great authority and knowledge just about any topic care to mention. If you ever need anybody to join your quiz team, Nick's your man. At last, Jess, you found your match in the knowledge stakes with your new husband Nick. In fact, I've even heard Nick correcting Jess on a number of occasions, and despite this, they are still together.
She's grown.
Which is a testament really to how much she must love you, Nick.
You are so thoughtful beyond compare, and you put up with my mad natterings and my so-called Jessisms and my other little quirks. I've lost count of the amount of times I've accidentally punched you, elbowed you, or sat on your foot through my renowned clumsiness. And yet you still put up with me. It's quite amazing, really. You surprised me further when you told me that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. And your proposal with my homemade ring was so us, and it couldn't have been any more perfect. I wouldn't have changed a thing. You once told me that your crazy matches my crazy. Well, I may not be obsessed with Elvis, guitars, or Les Mis, but I wouldn't change a bit of you. Not for the world. Not even if it means I have to listen to the confrontation for the millionth time. Faye, I'll need the wife for that bit.
In addition, Nick is a highly organised person. They recently had reason to come and see us a little while ago to discuss some financial planning. And I do give very good rates for family for and Nick was very keen to show me all his spreadsheets.
We all know the spreadsheets. Huh?
Yeah! I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. Nick had planned out the finances for them both across the next 30 years. From car purchases, when they're going to have babies, mortgages, and contingency plans as well. It was all there laid out. It made the heart warm to see it.
I decided it could be fun to look up Nick's date of birth on the internet. I then realised that there's far more interesting things to do on the internet. After watching funny videos of cats and other things for 3 hours, I actually remembered what I was meant to be doing. It turns out I needn't have bothered, as there's no momentous events on Nick's birthday. Although the nurses on the ward when Nick was born still referred to that day as Ugly Thursday.
Friday, wasn't it?
Now, I have no doubt that Jess has found the right man in Nick to build a married life together. And I would like to welcome you, Nick, our new son-in-law, into our family. We are really so happy for you both.
Thank you so much.
As your new father-in-law, I feel I should impart a few words of wisdom that I've learned to help you in your married life together. The first and possibly most important is a phrase that you may wish to learn, which is yes dear. Believe me, this can be a real lifesaver. Get used to the phrase because you'll be using it a lot. Another thing you'll need to get accustomed to is spending a lot of time waiting. Waiting for your wife to get ready to leave. Also, hanging around outside ladies' changing rooms, which for some reason I don't know, I haven't fathomed yet, are always located in the middle of lingerie departments. If you're blessed with your own daughters, this will be magnified several times.
Even more shocking, I soon realised that actually Nick can talk almost as much as me.
Almost.
Well, maybe more, maybe more.
Now, it wouldn't be my speech without being a little bit geeky. So, here goes. Like a lot of couples, we've been known to say, I love you, only for the other to reply, I love you more. So, Jess is quite competitive. So that could go on for a long time. So, she likes to have the last word. So I started off saying, I love you equally. Thought we could leave it, without the back and forth. But then I started trying to quantify it. I love you infinitely is what we've settled on, so we had it in our vows today. It's worth thinking about what infinity is. This is the geeky bit. I'll do it really quickly. I won't bore you. A Googleplex is a number named by the child of a mathematician who made it up. It's an unimaginably huge number. It's a 1 followed by so many zeros that even in the smallest font, there wouldn't be enough space in the entire universe to write it out. It's a number so large that it makes it dwarfs the total number of atoms in the universe. I told you to expect doing geeky. And the important point there is that a Googleplex is exactly as far away from infinity as the number 1 itself. Unimaginably huge number, but still nowhere even scratching the surface of infinity. So with the knowledge of the Googleplex and even bigger numbers out there, and how far from infinity they all are, Jess, I love you infinitely. I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together, supporting and looking after each other, loving each other, having a family together and loving life together.
So finally, I'd like to propose a toast to the happy couple, and I know that you will want to join me in raising your glasses in a toast to a very long, happy future together. Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to stand? So, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Royle family, to Jess and Nick.
Every day that goes by, I learn to love you a little bit more, which is crazy considering that I feel full to the brim with love. And I can't wait to have a family together, and we have such an amazing future ahead of us. I can't wait to share every last little bit with you. So on that note, it'd be quite nice to do a toast to my husband. That's very weird.
My husband.
Yeah, Mrs. Royle.
I want to toast Jess with the words we live by. So everyone raise your glasses and repeat after me. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
In all seriousness, it has been a lovely day. Thank you so much for everything you've done today. Wish you all the happiness in the future, although I'm sure there's no wishing needed. You two are going to be very, very happy together, as we've seen today. So all that remains is for me to ask for a toast. Your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Royle.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.